Alright, so we have Drive Russian playing as the Travra 59 in this game here versus Flow, which is Nashington playing as the GDI faction. Best part about the command post is just we do have instant access. I mean, I could even continue casting the Shock Trepet center game. I would just have to wait for them to be one game ahead at all times, but that series will probably go longer than this one. So this is probably a random mirror, by the way, just judging by how the status screen came up with the random options. Drive Russian is going to go for some fast legs. He does have a second assimilator coming out now. So, and by the way, this series is still ongoing. So we're just watching game 1 of a potential best of 5. I believe they're currently in game 3. So we'll have to see how this one rolls. A few Disintegrator squads coming out, but yeah, not sure what that second assimilator is for. He may be planning on beelining it, grabbing Nash's spike. That would be very nice. Battle marker over there. Nashington just dipping his toes into that Tiberium, which is never good. Drive meandering around here, trying to find a gap where there's no vision, and I believe he will thread the needle here, perhaps.
Training.
You know, they're just here. Looks like Nash is going to back up with his rifles, reveal this area here, but Drive does cut down there. He will spot these units. I think he's going to go for them. Unfortunately, they split up these rifles. They're going to attack separately. They're not going to be able to do as much damage as what Nash was hoping for. And he's going to get a third squad as well. Will kill the Buzzer Swarm, but the Buzzer drew fire while he was able to overrun those guys. Gonna push in, probably an APC coming out. Yes, one is coming out now. No doubt he's a little bit down on that. Oh my god, he didn't have the structure queued. He will put the minefield out. He pretty much avoids the minefield. And that crush, oh my god, stop doing that. What is doing that? What is alt-tabbing my game? I have no idea. He will get one harvester, second harvester will survive. Nash will be fine. He's going to lose his spike though, so Drive Russian scores a harvester kill, some rifles, and he will secure the spike. He's going to have to put down another barracks and re-secure that one if he wants to deny what Drive has now. Drive has not able to really capitalize that much. He only has 2 harvesters, 2 ref. He's actually on the same economic value as Nash, but of course he does hold that spike there. That is starting to pay dividends. Just get rid of that. If you do this, you can see a bit more down here. Not... there you go, a little bit more. If you turn the screen a bit, do that little trick. Engineer just playing Ring Around the Rosie with the APC. That's going to be frustrating when it happens. Nash is going to expand, Drive Russian is going to expand, but he does have more Disintegrators down. He's Russian, so he doesn't play by the meta or the rules. He's going to have these forces out. I think he's planning on defending his spike. Nash not aware that this hit squad is heading his way. This is too much for him to handle, and unfortunately the Buzzers will run them over. Not actually going down there. It's weird. You would have thought Nash would go to retake his spike because it's just a Buzzer Swarm. It's actually a second one, sorry. So he's got 2. They both have engineers in them. Unfortunately, that means the APC is not going to be particularly strong. Could mind bomb them if he's got the money, but at this stage of the game, it's difficult to get the money. He will lose that. That's really unfortunate, by the way, because that would have cost him a fair bit of money. Another kit squad over here as well. Only got 2 harvesters because of this. He doesn't even have a third one queued. He's going to lose his forces here, and he just backs off. Forces the build, forces the racks, forces the tower. He's just going to leave. Unfortunately, Nash needs to just quickly kill that that Buzzer. He's aware of it. He knows it's there. Oh, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. He's going to have to sell. Oh, it's still a little bit too slow. He will kill the engineer. He won't get back into the APC. If you waypoint them into the APC, the second that building is sold, he will turn around and get back in. Power micro there to prevent the harvester from coming out, because of course it will just be right into the mouth of these Disintegrator squads. He will pump it out anyway. Oh, that could have been, that was ill-advised. Drive is on top of this. He's on top of it. The turret is there. Will it be enough to kill these Disintegrator squads? It's going to be tight. He's going to lose it. That's it. It's down. And I think he's going to back out with the... yeah, he's going to back out. He forces another tower. This is all costing money that Nash really doesn't have. He's only on 3 harvesters. He'll plant... There's actually another APC. Oh, no, that's probably the same one, sorry. Puts down another refinery there. Drive puts down another portal. These hit squads of Disintegrators definitely causing Nash some headaches. Still just 3 harvesters to his name. Drive has 5, and he actually had to build 3 refs on his main, so he only built 2 out of his warp sphere. just beelining up there. There is a gun walker there, could very easily clean those scouts up. Obviously does bypass them. He could just beeline for the engineer, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, this is going to be frustrating for Nash. It's got to be frustrating. He will overrun one squad. He'll probably get the second one as well. The APC is responding. It does have another engineer. What's with all the APC engineers here? He's moving the MCV, but he took some critical damage from something. Probably some wayward disintegrator squads. More disintegrators now rallying to the MCV. Nash surely would not let this fall to some disintegrators, and he will deploy it, but unfortunately he's just surrounded. These disintegrators have pretty high DPS, especially when you've got a bunch of them here. If he loses the MCV, that'll be all she wrote. It's down. Oh, that's critical loss. We can see Drive has developed his expansion as well. His expansion is developed. One ref, sorry, so he's only got one ref there, so it's not the be-all end-all, but he will be losing his last units, and he will go down there. So as we can see, Drive Russian will take a 1-zip lead in the series. We'll go ahead and grab Game 2 off Command Post. Game 2 between Drive and Nash, which is still ongoing, by the way. These guys are still playing the latter end of the series, so I believe it's getting close, but on the right-hand side, playing as the Nod faction, it is going to be Drive Russian. From Russia, and he drives. He's Drive Russian. Nashington will be on the left-hand side. God damn it, I've minimized everything. Minimized that as well. God, that is horrendous, by the way. How it, oh my god, it just re-minimized it again. It is really pushing its luck here now. I'm this close to just closing it down. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good now. Nashington moving towards the spike over here, as you'd expect. Drive Russian going to secure both of his spikes. Not a problem. It is going to be a nod mirror, I believe. Yes, it is going to be a nod mirror here. So, Stephen Donald Nashington. This is not a random mirror, by the way. They've actually selected nod now. Now, you know things are getting serious. The first game, they were just testing the waters. They'll just go the random mirror. See what they get, but it's like, alright, cool. Nash is down a game. It's a best of 5, you can experiment. But now he needs a win to even things up and take it back to a regular best of 3. If we leave it at 1-1, how Cyber likes to put things. In the good old days when you could play Kane's Wrath without getting banned. But we have these militant squads now moving across. It's going to be whoever shoots first, really, or controls. Nash has spotted it. Drive has spotted it. Drive gets first shots off. Oh, the other squad really wasn't shooting, was it? Oh, that's unfortunate. They kind of just did a little dance over here, a little jig, and then by the time they decided to start shooting, their mates had already been killed. But Nash is going to one-up that by running straight across the Tiberium field. Look how quickly this squad dies. It's chunking away. He's probably going to lose some members. He lost half of his health just running across that. That's unfortunate. Drive Russian does have a rocket squad down. He probably built that out of his starting barracks because he's obviously not planning on rushing. He just wanted it there in case bikes come. Nashington is... God, this is really risky. Reckoner opening versus another Nod faction. This gets gnarly. Oh, there's bikes here as well. Drive actually has bikes, and he will overkill that. Oh my god, he got both of them. He only had 3 bikes. He would have had to micro a rocket from one bike between 2, and he gets another one. He's got to do something about the Reckoner, though. There's Raider buggies there. Not enough to stop that, by the way. And I think he's gonna build a Scorpion tank. Battle marker up there. No, he's actually planning just to secure the spike. If he actually went for the base, I mean, would have been iffy. There's a rocket squad there as well. He's going to take that there. Unfortunately, not able to dislodge the Scorpion tank. That's got too much health, but Drive lost 1 bike, and he killed, I believe, 3. So that's good. He's lost a spike, though. Nash has 3 spike. This is big as well. Like, 3 spike versus your opponent's 1. That's really nice. Not necessary to lose that to Blackhand. The Reckoner can't hope to escape, though. That's down. He doesn't even need to stay there and destroy it. He can just back off. Might not want to lose these Raider buggies. I don't think he realizes the bike's rocked up. He just kind of left these here and went to do something else. Yeah, he hasn't realized, and he couldn't even focus those down. Nash could send them to the fast bike, try to burn it down. Units over there. Drive, is he all in? No, he's not. He's moving. He does have 1 war factory. That rocket squad's still alive. Nash is on the move as well. 3 harvesters. Drive Russian looking pretty sound. We have these Blackhand now moving up to destroy the spike. If they can destroy that, that will finish off drives excess economy. And again, Nashington sitting with 3 spike. That's unfortunate. Getting shot in the back there. He might want to turn around. I'm not sure what he's doing there. He's obviously got them in a bit of a move order. The Rocket Squad actually doing the hard yards. He will turn around now, and just enough to destroy that. Raider buggies here should be able to stop them from destroying the spike. Battle marker over there. No, there's no battle marker over there. Ref is down. Drive Russian does not have a ref down. He's got 4 harvesters. He's got 4 harvesters. Nash is actually ahead economically. He's got a nice contingent of units out here for defense. He could even send the bikes out to attack. Drive does have some units slinking around the top of the map though. Oh, what do we got here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bikes. That's a very nice hit squad. He could just go straight in and snipe that down, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He doesn't even care about the losses he may incur there. He's going to back out. Now, no, he's going to turn around. He's going to use the ref as cover. He's going to trade with Nash's bikes, and you can do that. That's fine, you can do that, that's perfectly fine. He might want to make sure he's actually hitting the bikes though now. Doesn't quite get that one, will lose the remainder of his bikes. But Nash lost about 2 bikes and a harvester. It shuts down the expansion. Nash spent money on this, he got nothing back for it yet. Drive Russian still, ooh, geez, second war factory comes down. He's not looking for that ref, he's looking for a second war factory. And god damn it, I think maybe it's Discord. I think it might be Discord that's minimizing my game like that. That is horrific. I should minimize that as well, but I was too quick and went back in the game. Blue tib untouched there. This map here, it's one of the classic Predator designs where you have the 2 tib fields, 2 blue tib fields opposite each other. I mean, 1 blue tib field was generally the meta in map making, but Predator made the 2 blue tib fields viable with designs like this. A Technique, of course, did design this map, which is why it's stupendously large and stupendously open. It's not as bad as some of the other maps, but it does have a contested field. The middle base is contested, but if you go there, it can be harder to secure the flanks because, you know, if you're defending the middle, then you've got to try to defend way up here and way down here. It's difficult to do, so you've got to be careful about overspending on economy on the middle because the other guy's not going to be doing that. He'll have way more units to pressure. It works out very balanced map style. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there 5 there? No, there's only 4. 4 harvesters on the expansion. 5 harvesters here. Going for the blue team now. Second war factory is down for Nashington. Drive Russian only with the singular ref down here. So Nash is in a notably good position right now. Despite the bike run through, Drive hasn't been able to capitalize any further on that. What's happening over here? Oh, he does have still a contingent of forces down here. That was an upgraded power plant. Nash is not going to be impressed. And 2 Scorp tanks, he's just going to be able to overrun these. That was a bit silly. You don't want to lose these fringe Scorpions because, you know, and he's going to just pick up a 3rd. That's 3 Scorpion tanks that died for basically no gain whatsoever. Almost saves that clutch power plant placement, but not quick enough. More Scorp tanks rock up. But he lost 3, he'd have 7 here if it wasn't for the loss of those 3. Much better. He will be going down here now. Nash is still rocking 3 spike. He hasn't actually done anything about that. Picking off another fringe Scorpion. Just trying to thin these numbers to prevent them from building up, and you can do that. There's a few more over here. He's actually going to get trapped. He's actually got rockets, and Drive does this. He just happens to have these rocket squads randomly positioned in locations that makes it difficult. And he's going to focus these tanks down. He's actually going to be able to destroy more of this. Oh, he might want to move though. He might want to move. Yeah, the buggy are now in full engagement. You don't want to get too close. They get somewhat torn up. Nash does turn around with one of his harvesters. He did take the top field, or not all of it, but some of it. Drive now pushing through reinforcements here. So he'll be going through now, and he'll be able to destroy these forces. Nash got overrun there, and he's only got a handful of units here. He needs to consolidate his forces. They're not consolidated right now. Flame tank there will be found by the bikes. Popped it immediately, but there's not much here. These harvesters could be moved. Drive is pressuring this base here now, trying to put this down for Panic Fanatics, I believe. Meanwhile, the bikes, they are getting microed in their notes. An engineer, I think that was a mistake. I think he meant to queue Fanatics, but he used the wrong thing. These harvesters now are under attack. We have the radar missile come off. He does snipe one harvester. Doesn't realize there's another one there. Does re-stealth there, but Drive now losing a second harvester, I believe. Not able to prevent the loss of these harvesters. Might want to pull these to the expansion. Not much down there. He does have a tier 3 upgrading something now. These Scorpions need to make a move over here, but they will finish them off. The random scattered infantry. Forces are everywhere, by the way. Oh no. Nash getting his army clicked. Pretty silly position. He didn't actually fare that badly. He only lost about 4 or 5 tanks, but These last couple of tanks may get picked off. If Drive wants to push the point, I think he does. He doesn't even have Dozer Blades. Neither does Nash. Are we looking at Dozer Blades anytime soon? No, only a quarter of the way done. Laser capacitors, no doubt. He doesn't even have a tier 2. He sold it. He didn't even get Dozer Blades. He's probably just so desperate to get lasers out that he just sold it off. And just like, screw it. I just want lasers. Nash is going to have lasers. Oh, it's going to be later though. He's going to have both upgrades, but it's going to take longer. Drive Russian almost completed his. He's going to want to strike while the iron is hot. He's going to want to strike while he has the laser upgrade advantage, because Nash will have it if he waits too long, and Nash will have dozers as well. He could even sell this once he's got it. He's obviously struggling for cash. We can see the upgrade is struggling to complete. He will retain the Tib Chem plant though. Lasers is done. Drive has a window of opportunity. It's closing though, and he knows, he can see there's a tech center here. He knows it must be on its way. There's the click. It comes down. Oh no, that was huge. They looked like they were so far away. That's really bad. It looked like he would have been fine, but he gets both of them. That's really unlucky. I mean, if that was me, I would have just thrown the keyboard. I'm like, there's no way they were that close together, but the game thinks otherwise. And now he's going to push. He doesn't have lasers. Nash doesn't have lasers. He does have Dozer Blades. Drive doesn't have Dozer Blades, but his damage output is so high. He's having to build avatars, and he's just going to move through now, and he's going to destroy Nash's army. This is terrible. Lasers completes. He's got 4 tanks left. He loses the avatar as well. He's going to have an obelisk here, but I mean, Drive can just, if he focus fire, yeah, like he does, he's just going to pop all this. He can just turn around and focus that down, and that's the end of the game. That was unfortunate for Nashington. That was unfortunate. He looked like he was getting into such a really good position, then the double click. He survived the tip vein quite well, but the double click was too much for him. 101,089, so he definitely did better on the money, especially with a 3 spike economy, which was untouched all game. But that'll give Drive a 2-0 lead in the series. Let's have a look and see what's going on. It's definitely a very Tib Warsy map. Not a huge fan of it. A lot of people make me play on it because of its Tib Wars heritage, but I've definitely got a lot of games under my belt on this map here. But we have Stephen Donald Nashington, I believe, yes, playing on the south side of Pipelines. That means Drive Russian from the Ukraine. Russia on the top north side here. For those of you that don't know, because it doesn't crop up that much in Kane's Wrath, you do have the blue Tib starting field, which makes things a little awkward. You know, you don't know what build should I use on this map. There is a spike which Drive is expressing interest in on the top side here. You've got to go around. Once you cap it, it's pretty impossible to get rid of it for the other player anyway. Not generally worth the investment to try to gain that. Nash is actually going to go for a crane build. You can do this, of course, because there's blue Tib. You know, you can crane here, ref here, sell one of the refs. You've got a ref right here. Blue Tib, chunk it in, mega chunk it in. Here we go. You should have the other one down, dropping. Oh, that's interesting. He should be dropping them both at the same time. Did he? He must have built a barracks. Yeah, he did. He built a barracks. That's why it's a bit delayed. Because I was gonna say it should be bang, like boom boom, but he actually built a barracks. Get offline. Go to frickin' bed. You heard her, Phantom. Listen to your mother. Oh, that is still the best thing ever. It's funny how Phantom's been... I mean, it was never good, but he's just been reduced to this, like, murky shadow. The way he talks in the Discord, like, everyone's his friend while everyone's just, like, shelling the shit out of him. I'm just like, just leave. No one wants you here. We've got the ref down here now, of course, for Nashington. 2 harvesters. Where is the war factory? The war factory is actually placed over here. We haven't actually seen what Drive is doing. He did actually build over here as well. Not sure if he went for a crane build, actually. I was not even paying attention. I was too busy bashing Phantom. And I know what you're thinking, Green Zero. It's really easy to bash Phantom. You know, pick someone more challenging. I know I should. But we'll get back to this game here, see what's going on. Ref comes down. We're spending a lot of time around Nash's base. What's Drive? Oh, we haven't upgraded. Do we have flame tanks? Drive Russian just meandering around here. Battle marker over here. Do we have a flame tank somewhere or a reckoner? I'm not sure. What's that? flame unit. Russians will do this, and drivers. He's probably hasn't built one. He's just built it for the black hand, and he's gonna mess with Nash's brain by saying, "Hey, look, I've got black hand. That means there's going to be a little bit of harassment going on there. Not 100% sure. He's going to crush the militant squad. Gets the whole squad. That's nice. His forces will back up. Raider buggy is there. Other forces are up here. Of course, the Raider buggy in heavy damage mode will be driving a little bit slowly. Get it. Drive Russian. Nash here, just chilling. Only going to maintain 2 harvesters on the blue tib field. I mean, you're pretty much gushing cash on a blue tib field, especially since it's completely fully grown. It's not as if it's like half grown or anything. It's fully grown, so there's tons of it there. He's going to be able to flame this down. Nash is going to be hard pressed to stop that. He's not even going to attempt to do anything about that. He's not going to build the Raider buggies. He's not going to send the forces to do anything about that. Drive Russian holds. Yeah, 3 harvesters, 4 harvesters. Second war factory comes down now. Does Nash have a second one? No, he doesn't. He has a second refinery instead. Probably beneficial at this stage in the game. He's actually sent bikes after the black hand. They've actually managed to splash them down. Oh, Nash, that's not necessary to lose. And he's got a Raider buggy. He may actually be able to save his spikes. There you go. I think the bikes definitely splashed down most of the health of the black hand, which he could have avoided if he was paying more attention. He obviously wasn't paying attention until he got attacked. Drive Russian with the second war factory. Oh, battle markers over here. He's found an opening, and he's in here. The blue tip harvesters are being attacked, and they will be destroyed. At least one of them anyway. He might want to evac here. He kills the bikes of Nash as well, and he'll now be evacing out. Can he get a? He might be able to get that Scorpion. Not going to happen. That wasn't too bad. Four bikes get away. Nash lost a couple of bikes as well, and a harvester, and his blue tip has been shut down for 20-25 seconds now. He's gonna have to. I think a lot of people who don't even pay too much attention to the stream are just following just so they can hear that be played out. I should crank the volume up a bit more. What do we got from Drive Russian? We have Dozer Blades on the way, about a quarter of the way done. What do we got here? Nash has not even commenced upgrading that. He is a bit tight on funds. Maybe he's forgotten to get the upgrade again. He tried to get out another harvester. Fun fact, which I mentioned previously, if a harvester is blue Tiberium and it dies, it drops green Tiberium, because that's how physics works. Small hit squad over here. Nash needs to be careful because Drive Russian, he's just going to drive straight in, or straight back into this field. I'm not sure if he has the DPS to actually focus this down. That's full of blue Tiberium. Nash, you can't afford to lose that. Oh, it's tight. It's tight. He should be able to get it. Oh, he's not going to get it. Oh, he got it. Oh, clutch. Clutch. That's huge. I actually took my hands off the keyboard then. I think the reason why it's minimizing me is because the tournament system is updating. And every time it updates, it's because CGF's it's very persistent command post. It always gets in the way. It has stupendous amounts of notifications, and of course CGF, being a dick, doesn't have any way to disable those. It's like, no, you just got to sit through it. Raider buggy goes down, may have been left over from that attack. Avatar's coming out now, not going. That's probably why he didn't go for Dozer Blade. He was planning on going Avatars. Drive Russian has a lot of forces here. If he gets laser capacitors, Nash is going to be in trouble. He's going for laser capacitors. Oh man, I mean, Nash's Scorpion tanks are inferior. No dozers, no lasers. Drive will almost certainly wait until he has lasers before he engages. Where's he going? Bit of off-roading there. Bit of BMXing. But we have the laser capacitors on their way. I think maybe he's worried about a flank. What's happening over here? Raider buggy comes down. Obviously a scout wants to cut that off. Drive Russian does have the ability to click Nash. I would click the front field because, of course, this is where all the tib is. He's almost completed the tib here. No, I don't think he's going to get both of those with one click. Nash is getting out a notable amount of avatars. 2 of them standing up here. There's at least 2 more meandering in the back somewhere. The bikes are going on the left flank. Does Nash see them? Check out that traction there. He will move across and he will find a small squad here. There is one Scorpion tank. Nash is going to be aware that lasers is done. And he's actually, with the help of these guys, he's going to be able to pop that Raider buggy gets through. That could be important for clicks. He has clicks. That Raider buggy could be huge. Meanwhile, he is attacking over here. There was a tib vein, but it's on the avatars. That's not going to do a lot of damage. That's not going to do a lot of damage. He will pop that avatar. Oh, he's going to get countered. He's going to get countered. Oh no, counter. And it's so much damaging, so much more damaging than the Scorpion tanks, because of course they won't survive. And if they're in the middle of it. And he's reduced down to just half dozen tanks. 2 Tib veins right on top of each other, and Nash can just recover those husks if he's clever. What was happening down here? Not sure. There was some units here, because there was a fight here that we were witnessing, and he's just run straight through. He's going to try to focus the ref down. Not sure what the purpose behind focusing the ref down is going to be. He's actually going to focus the avatar down. He was trying, I think, to cut off those... yeah, he's actually shooting at the avatar husk with the militant squad. Nash might want to stop that. Overruns these forces here. 2 more avatars coming. He's going to want to at least destroy the husk. Leaving the husk there would be bad. Oh, he doesn't kill. He doesn't kill the husk, which means Nash can reclaim those. That's huge. That's 2 extra avatars. Redeemer is out, though. That's what he's got going for him. Bike will come in. It will find a lot of Tib here. Probably from Seed Tiberium. There is a Raider buggy there as well. Driver's going to have to do something about that. Clean that up. He does get rid of the refinery, but again, he's left a husk behind. This is something you could capitalize on. And Nash, he's just going to reclaim these avatars. So Drive was able to shut 3 of them down, but they've all been since reclaimed for a price, of course, $1,500 for those engineers. But you know, that's cheaper than just 1 avatar. So he's going to reclaim those. Heavy damage on this one here. Recovered one. They need some repairs. It's going to take a little bit of time to repair those, and of course Drive is just going to move through, and a Rage Gen will no doubt come down. He can power down the base defense if he gets hit with the Rage. He's going to fire it from range. The Obelisk will be able to fire back though. See what Drive is going to do. He's going to continue to build Scorpion, so he's just going to go Scorpion tank Redeemer. And no, he's not going to finish off that Obelisk. He's going to pull back. He doesn't want to fight those. All Rage comes down now. But the avatars are on a move order, and the Obelisk can be powered down. He's going to weather the storm. One of the avatars was shooting, yes, but that's fine. Did we see a click? Oh, that click was on Drive Russian. Lost his ref. He's not going to be enjoying that. Does drop the Obelisk though, and the problem is for Nash, these avatars are so badly damaged he can't risk them. He needs to repair those ones. He's got 3 which are pretty decent health, but he really would want all of them here. He doesn't have to worry about the Rage Gen though, because it's been used up. Or I'm a bit unsure about this. He's got a lot of firepower here. EMP buggies coming in. Oh my god, this could be huge. He EMPs the Redeemer, and he EMPs some of the Scorpion tanks. That's a huge EMP, by the way, and an Obelisk is here. He will stop the follow-up EMP, but look at the damage coming down now. The damage is huge from Drive. Sorry, not Drive, Nashington. He will back out, and he'll pop another avatar before he goes, but he's got to leave now, because again, he lost a ref. He's replaced it, which is great. The problem is that Nash didn't expend that much, and once again is left with a husk. He's definitely lost some of his avatars, because including the husk, that would be 4, and he had about 6 of them before. His Rage Gen is recharged, but again, avatars don't shoot while they're moving, and Nash did not give an attack move. He gave just a regular move, which means he's going to be fine. Flame units should be able to dispatch that spike. Things are getting tight here in this series. Very tight indeed. We do have the expansion point here. You can capture that, put down your own base defenses a lot closer. Nash has somewhat cleaned up the field though, so it's not going to matter. Drive keeping his blue tip field very tip-top, nipped up. Making sure that's being harvested. A few bikes moving out to the left-hand side. Not going to find too much. I mean, Drive's got some of his own bikes here. No tib core. Laser capacitor Scorpion will come through. Try to run these guys down. Doing a pretty good job of it. Drive Russian there, and he will get the whole lot. Unfortunately, the spike is dead, but at least the black can has been dealt with. Drive Russian does have his Redeemer out here. He's got to be careful. He might want to rage as soon as these Raider buggies come forward. Oh, there's the rage. There's the rage. Rage Gen comes down, which means he cannot EMP. No EMP for Drive, but he's taking a lot of damage. He might need a cloaking field back to get it away. The avatars are moving forward, but unfortunately, I think the Redeemer, he's being blocked. He was being blocked by his own units. Those Scorpion tanks, by the way, are going to get shredded by those avatars. As good as the laser capacitors are, they can't really hope to outgun the amount of avatars that we have here. He's going to try to focus them down. Nash should try to pop the Scorpion tanks. Oh, this is the problem though. You can't shoot and move, and you have to turn your back. Oh my god. He just got a heroic Scorpion tank. And both of these husks are in an area where he can't hope to save them. One of them was destroyed in the crossfire. He might just pop the other one now. Nash is coming up a little bit short here. He's got a few scattered militant squads, but really nothing much you can do about that. Redeemer is out. He's going to try to focus down this Avatar Husk again with a militant squad. What's with the militant squads and the Avatar Husks? Should be able to finish that one off, and he will get it. It's getting to the point now where, I mean, neither side has invested in any artillery, but you kind of need artillery now. A few bikes over here, so it looks like Driver's going to try to fight the bikes with his own bikes. He will trade a little bit, but Nash gets the much better end of that. Only 4 bikes left. 2 Redder buggies. Not enough to really do a lot up here. Again, Driver's just kept these fields so clean. He's probably not even going to care. He's got Scorpions. He is building bikes. He's got an engineer. Not sure where that's going. 2 engineers. They're going to go for a run on the right-hand side of the map. Rage Gen just went off. What was that? The Redeemer. So Drive has a stealth Redeemer, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but he got a Rage Gen off. He's got to be careful, though. EMP comes down. This could be it. He's got it EMP'd in a great position. Look at the damage coming down from Nash. Another follow-up here. That's it. Good night. The Scorpion tanks are not close enough to assist, and that he needed that. He needed that to defend. Without that, he can't hope to defend this base, I don't think. Nash has yet to use his Rage Generator. He can rage these Scorpions. There we go. Rage Generator comes off. Oh, this heroic Scorpion tank just instantly popping some of these units. He's going to go around. He's going to try to draw Nash away from this base. I mean, yeah, he can probably forfeit the base. He's trying to build infantry to counter this. He's going to go around, and Obelisk is almost done, but you know what? With a heroic Scorpion tank, he should be able to destroy it. Actually having trouble completing it. He's going to move through to this base. He could take out the tech center, but Nash doesn't even care. He's sending the avatars back, and he's going to leave the Redeemer to do the dirty work here. He's going to continue to fight this. The heroic Scorpion tank taking and battering. Oh, he doesn't quite finish that. He lost it. He could have killed that avatar, the Obelisk, before it destroyed the heroic Scorpion tank. That heroic Scorpion tank could have been his ticket to winning this game as well, because we're very low on units right now. We are super low on units. A few infantry squads here, they will be able to dispatch, summon these avatars. Goes in for the crush. Pretty good crush drive. Doesn't actually move out the way. There's a lot of infantry here though. He does, of course, have the flame on the Redeemer, so that could be it. And he's going to push away these Scorpions. Yes, he lost his tech center. It doesn't really matter. He's got his own infantry with upgrades done. Only one of them actually. He's only got Tib Infusion. He didn't actually get the Cabal upgrade. He does get the other avatar, but again, there's a flame unit on this Redeemer. He might be able to clean this up. There's a few bikes as well. They might need to come over and assist. He might get the MCV as well. The MCV is close, and he's got a veterancy on it. He's going to lose it, but I think the damage is done. He's not going to get the MCV, but he's not able to dispatch the infantry here. No upgrades, by the way. I'm not sure what the EMP blast was for. The damage, yeah, like I mentioned, the damage is done. The drive Russian, I mean, what has Nash got? He's got 2 avatars. He's got upgraded infantry. Drive does not have any upgrades. He doesn't have hallucinogenic grenades. I mean, neither does Nash, because he didn't get that upgrade. But he's got Tib Infusion with the 2 avatars and his own infantry. So we're looking at a game 4, 2-1 in favor of Drive. All right, so we have game number 4 between Nash and Drive Russian. Not sure if Drive picked random or if he chose Nod. Just because it always picks the person below to do the replay uploading. Nashington is on the right hand side as GDI. He's definitely is random. We'll have to see what type of GDI faction he's going to be. So Drive still has him on a next match. Nash must win the next 2 games. So he won the last game and it was tight. That Hero Scorpion definitely, if it wasn't taken out, could have made a huge difference, especially since at the end, what did Nash have left? 2 half-dead avatars. You know, it could have been a big difference. Oh, he's going to be Zocom. He's dealt Zocom in the random. Now, he got a Zocom in game 1, and he's been dealt Zocom again. Nashington is predominantly a Nod player as well, so just got to keep that in mind. He is obviously pretty fair at GDI. As far as his screen goes, I mean, I haven't really seen him play a lot of screen, so I'd probably say that's probably his worst of the primary factions. Drive is going to back up here, well aware that he's against... oh no, sorry, he doesn't know because he's against random, so he doesn't know what he's up against, so he's going to pull his forces back. He's just going to play mysteriously. He's going to let a Raider Buggy do the hard yards, so he's not going to give up his militant scouts. He's just going to play it safe, and he's going to send the Raider Buggy to go and have a look into Nash's backyard, and hopefully he can escape again. Well, he really should be able to. If you lose a Raider Buggy to Zocom Harvesters, he's going to find a Pitbull, which means he knows he's against GDI, which means he knows that really the only way he's going to get rushed is if there's, you know, a lot of pits, or if there's air. If there's air, it's going to be better for the Raider Buggy to be at home. But, I mean, at the same time, you don't really know if it's coming. Drive seems very confident. I mean, he's just going to blind eco. I mean, which is perfectly fine, because, you know, half the games people do blind eco. But it is a tournament, and in a tournament you really should be pushing hard for that scout, because you don't want to give up a game easily to a rush, because if you have no scouts and you only see the rush when it's at your base, you're basically probably going to lose that game, because you'll have nothing to stop the first attack. First attack may just kill you, or the follow-up attacks may be too much as well. Yeah, he's just going to pick away at this spike. Drive obviously has evac'd that structure at some point in time. T2 is down for Drive. Russian probably going for the upgrades on one of his power plants so he can pump his units out a little bit faster. We'll have to see what he's planning to do with this. A few more people's coming out. We have 4 harvests here for Nash. He has expanded. I believe he's aware. No, he's not aware of that. He's not aware of the tier 2. Wow, that was just placed out of his sight. So he has got pit bulls, so he should be fine, and he's forming them up here, so he's preparing to poke into Drive's base. Drive doesn't have anything to stop this. What is it going to be? It's going to be flame tanks. That's the name of the game, but the pit bulls are heading into the base. He might have to use the flame tank to defend. Yeah, he's going to have to use the flame tank to help hold this off, and he takes a big volley. He's going to take some hull damage to that harvester. Might be able to finish it off. I think he's going to get it. Not quite. Ooh, that's tight. Oh no, that flame tank doing so much damage. Oh, that was disastrous for Nash. The flame tank is fine. The harvester does not die. And Drive immediately puts it in the dock, and the repair drones can range that. So minimal impact as well. It's not as if you pull that off the line for a period of time. He will slow down the progression of this flame tank, but I don't think it matters that much. Raider Buggy... There you go, he gets taken out by rocket harvesters, so anything is possible. But Nash has 2 refs. He's got double ref on his expansion. Drive with a single refinery. He's got 5 and 2 on his main. Nash only has 4 harvesters on his main, but he's got 4 harvesters. Oh, there's actually another flame tank. We did not see this. There's nothing here. He's going to have to put a silo down. He needs to put a silo down. What you want to do is that you want to generally move the flame tank very right up close so you can't block it. But that's well done. The laser field with the rocket harvesters and the pit bulls was enough, and now Drive is being attacked in the back by these pit bulls. Nash looking pretty good in this series now. Scorpion tank's running back. Not going to be soon enough, not going to be quick enough, so Drive's first defense was quite clean, but Nash finds a gap anyway. I mean, Drive did find a gap, but Nash's defense was... You couldn't really fault it. The laser field to give the extra armor. Oh, this is unfortunate. There's a harvester that he left behind. He didn't get that back to work. Hopefully he'll notice that there is a silo there, sell it, and then realize that there is a harvester there as well. Flame tank will go down. Looks like, I'm not sure if he probably destroyed some structures there, because these rifles are almost dead. War factory and a ref definitely gone. That should be fine. He needs to transition some of these harvesters. He only needs 2 to finish that off. That'll be fine. Hammerheads are coming through as well. No upgrades. No upgrades just yet, but he's actually going to attack with them. You got to remember, you can't bleed hammerheads this early in the game. They don't have their upgrades. He's going to get 1. He should get a second one. Oh, these aren't units you can give away. He's going to lose all 3. Oh no, that's terrible. That's disastrous. He doesn't have APM. He doesn't have ceramic armor. 3 hammerheads down straight away. You cannot gift those units away like that. A few more pit bulls over here, but they will be fended off by the buggies. There's not enough of them there to do enough damage. They'll just be worn down very slowly. More by buggy responding. It's questionable the hammerhead moves this early in the game. I mean, Drive was using predominantly bite buggy as well, and you can't, like, you just can't, you need so many hammerheads. You can't really spam them either, because the bite buggy will still win if it's spammed, despite what technique says. He's got a lot of it. Yeah, even with ceramic armor, there's too much here. He's trying to fall back, but he's just taking a lot of damage in the meantime. There's predator tanks here. If instead of having all these hammerheads, he had more predators, he'd just be walking through this fight. He's not doing too badly, but again, he's being forced to engage. And the second he engages with the hammerheads, Drive targets them down. Drive is getting massacred on the ground actually while that was happening. He took a lot of damage, so Nash actually managing to hold there somewhat cost effectively, but you can just imagine if he had more predators there. I mean, if he had more predators there, Drive probably wouldn't have engaged. Being the Nod faction, he can choose where he wants to engage unless he's trapped. The backside of Nash's base is very wide open. Unfortunately, that Harvester still not doing much. Two hammerheads moving through to the main base here. They will find an upgraded power plant. They will go to work on that. Again, paper thin armor, so they should be able to get through it relatively quickly. Battle markers over here. He'll very quickly dispatch that Harvester. That's history. Nash moving the tanks over here. Look at that ref placement. That's some deep Russian thought right there. There's got to be a reason why he's popped that one there. Losing his power plants, unfortunately. He does have the tier 2 down, which means he can put SAM turrets down. He may need them to defend his base because he's losing these power plants. He needs more. Meanwhile, he is over here starting to destroy his own power plants, but a hammerhead comes down, and every hammerhead you can kill. Oh, it's actually going to get away. That's very lucky. Raider Buggy is there trying to focus down that hammerhead. Nash does pull it away. That's good control there. Don't want to lose those unnecessarily. Those Raider Buggies moving through now. He will be able to pop, I believe, another one of these power plants. He will take it down. Venom's coming out. Driver's had enough of this. If you see Venom's coming out, you really know that they've had enough of the hammerhead play. And you got to remember that Nash is pred hammerhead, which is very powerful. It's expensive, but there's nothing that shoots up. There's nothing that can shoot the Venoms. He has to build units in this comp that can, I mean, you don't need much to kill Venoms, but the fact that they're there and they're annoying, he could have easily taken that one out. Obviously not paying attention. There's a lot of units driving and moving around the map, and actually going to try to focus down some of these damaged predators. Without the lasers though, I mean, yeah, eventually he can get the damaged ones, but otherwise it's just going to take too long. I mean, 3 Venoms still trying to work on just that one tank. Drive Russian doesn't have a second ref down. Nashington does have double refs. This one's going to go the distance. He will turn around. He'll quickly focus down the Pitbull. I'm not sure if the Pitbulls were the correct response. I mean, this is what's going to happen. He's going to see the Pitbulls. He's like, well, I can just kind of overrun them. And he's just one at a time. I would have just built 2 slingshots. Venoms, they're not going to engage slingshots. You know, you've just lost like 5 or 6 Pitbulls already. Just build 1 or 2 slingshots, and that's all you need. You just need them to push the Venoms away, and you'll be fine. But he's gone for Pitbulls. He's gone very Tib Wars-esque, and it's not going to work out for him. Battle markers over here, actually quite a lot of hammerheads. There's a SAM turret there. Does re-stealth that Harvester, that's nice. Venoms are here, they will turn around. There's Pitbulls there, they could very easily just go and kill them. Meanwhile, he's moving these Predator tanks around. Driver's in a bit of a sticky spot here. There's actually Pitbulls here which can detect stealth, but again, these Venoms, they're just going to try to overrun them. They're too spread out. They're not stacking. They're stacking. Oh, they're stacking a bit now. Oh, drive. He splits them up a little bit. There you go. He formation moved them, but yeah, don't want to stack up. That's bad. And there's a flame tank, and that's all it takes. That one sneaky flame tank, and he's got him. He's got the kill on the refinery. He's going for the. It's too heavily armored. No, he should have just kept shooting at it, do as much damage as possible, but try to back out. Another flame tank just chilling over here, waiting for an opportunity to get out of the base. Infantry now have kind of squared away these predators, and the Venoms are here, and they're going to find these hammerheads. The hammerheads are going to engage somewhat, but the Venoms are going to be pushed away. There's a bit too many Pitbulls there, but again, the Pitbulls can't do it. He got a heroic Venom. The heroic Venom lives. The heroic Venom is still alive. That's fine. The Pitbulls are going to move through, but the Pitbulls predominantly got shredded. He's got towers and he's got these Hammerheads to take care of them. Where did the Venoms go? So the Venoms are over here, looking to find a way out of this area. Actually able to pick off another one of those Pitbulls. He's going to defend this area over here. Battle markers over there. Nash, look, and now he's bringing out the slingshots. You just need 2 slingshots. That's literally all you need. And then Drive can't fight them. The Venoms aren't going to kill slingshots. There's two, I mean, they're not obviously heavily armored, but they have a layer of plating which makes it difficult for the Venoms to do anything. That Flame Tank did find an exit of Drive's base and now has made his way into Nash's base. Nash looking a little bit thin here. Or where is his oh, that's right. He moves his MCV over here. He needs to replace another refinery. Meanwhile, the Venoms there getting shot up a little bit. He still has the Hero Venom. He's going for lasers. He's also going for Redeemer. He's really stalled on cash though. He is stalled. He needs to get lasers out. He needs lasers out not only for his Venoms, but these Scorpions to be able to defend against these Predators. There's quite a few Predators there. I'm not sure if he can hold on. He does pop down a second ref now. Things are getting tight. Drive is knocked into a corner, or basically the edge of the map here, but Nash's infrastructure is waving, or waning, whatever it's called. There's actually Vertigo Bombers here. What are they doing? They need to get out of there. There's Pitbulls. That's really bad for them. They don't want to go anywhere near there. Venoms are responding, but you got to be careful because there are quite a lot of Pitbulls and they will be able to destroy these Harvesters here. Drive, unfortunately, not able to defend that area. He's got really nothing much. He's not sending the Scorpion tanks, and the Scorpion tanks are over here. Sorry, oh, there was a fight and I missed it. Minefield comes down. He will actually clean up the Predator tanks. Drive trades out a lot of Scorp. He had way more Scorps. He's probably only got about a third of the Scorpions that he started with, or maybe even a quarter. The Pitbulls have been worn down gradually. A few units over here, they'll be picking off the Venoms as they spawn. Battle markers over there. And oh, he's found the Hammerheads. Nash not realizing they're under attack. He's realized now, but it's a bit too late. He can pretty much just destroy the remainder of those and he'll be set. Another Hammerhead there. May want to get out of there. And that slingshot there, popping those last 2. He's still got the Hero Venom. Oh, that Hero Venom. Oh, come on, don't throw that away, Drive. Oh, come on, mate. Don't do that to me. Vertigo Bombers returning from a strike of some kind. They may have struck the Harvesters, not 100% sure. Nash has expanded over here, so he will have access to this Tiberium. Drive still hasn't got quite enough to move out. Cloaking field on the Redeemer there. Just pushing these guys back now. He actually dropped the air tower, which means the Vertigo Bombers have nowhere to land. They will gradually lose their health until they are able to find a place to land. Yeah, they do. They don't have any ammo, so they are losing health now. He's replaced that air tower. Pretty easy to replace those ones. Rage Gen goes off. We'll catch some units here. There's limited AA. The problem with Nash is that he's very low tech, and he needs something to deal with the Redeemer. The slingshot's just murdering the Venoms now, but the Scorpion tanks are here, and with the Redeemer, that's the problem. He doesn't have enough damage to destroy the Redeemer. The Scorpion tanks are able to weather a decent amount of this fire. He might need to go to maybe stealth tanks, typical stealth tanks. I mean, he's already invested in the Venom upgrade, so it's going to be up to Drive to what he wants to do with those. He's moving forward over here. Vertigo Bombers will take out some of these tanks. Venoms, yeah, he's still continuing to go for the Venoms. Slingshots are coming forward, and look at that, he's going to focus, he's going to quickly snipe down the slings. You can't do that if there's units here that, I mean, if he actually missed the slingshot, then went for the Predator tank. And there's a turret down, which means his MCV is right here. And this is getting messy, this is getting close combat, stabbing each other in the dark. It is just a brawl right now, and you know what? Nashington's forces are being thinned, and it's because of the Redeemer. He can't take it out. He's got nothing to take it out. There's a single Spectre which has just been firing from the back. I mean, relatively minimal impact. The Venoms down. The last of the Venoms should be destroyed. He's almost got a hero slingshot. Not that that will do much to the ground fight. He's going to try to focus down the last of these tanks as well. I mean, Nash, again, he doesn't have anything to deal with that, or with the Redeemer. He needs his own Marv, he needs some Juggernauts, he needs something to deal with it, but he's just gradually wearing it down, and unfortunately, he's losing most of his base in the process. More Scorpions coming in. Drive is even comfortable to pack up and move his MCV. We're going to see him move forward now. Nash, oh, the Vertigo Bombers completely rout the last stand there of those 4 or 5 Predator tanks. And now Nash is just at a loss as to what to do. He's got nothing left. That's the end of the series. Drive will be in the grand final. 3 games to 1. He is on fire. And he will be playing, almost certainly going to be center